Yes, so Nigeria's round of 16 opponents in the 2024 African Nations Cup AFCON taking place in Cote d'Ivoire has been known, and it is the Indomitable Lions of Cameroon. Yes, the very big rival of Nigeria as far as African football is concerned. Cameroon qualified for the second round, finishing second in their group after a dramatic 3-2 win over Gambia on Tuesday evening. Cameroon had to lead three times and scoring a late winner following a very dramatic game, with the Gambia giving the Cameroon a very good run for their money. So Cameroon finished second of their group behind Senegal, who topped the group, displaying some great football along the way. And so it is Nigeria up against Cameroon in the round of 16 of the AFCON. The rivalry between Nigeria and Cameroon, as far as African football is concerned, has been going on for many, many years. Cameroon are the country that stopped Nigeria three times in the final of the Nations Cup, in 1984, in 1988, and of course in 2000. In 1984, Cameroon beat Nigeria by 3-1. It was a dominant performance by the Indomitable Lions, but in the other two occasions when Cameroon beat Nigeria in the final, those games were very controversial. In 1988, Nigeria's goal scored by Henry Nwansu, which would have drawn Nigerian level in that final match, was surprisingly disallowed, ruled out unbelievably for offside, and Nigerians felt bitter about that, and Cameroon went ahead to win that game by 1-0, following a goal by Roger Milla. The Cameroon team at that time had very great names, some very top-class players at the time: Roger Milla, Cyril Makanaki, Emmanuel Koundé, Thomas Nkono, and the likes. In 2000, when Nigeria hosted the African Cup of Nations with Ghana, co-hosted the Cup of Nations with Ghana, Cameroon again stopped Nigeria in the final in Lagos, under very controversial circumstances as well. It was a very entertaining match. Cameroon took a 2-goal lead in the first half, but Nigeria drew level in the second half, and it then went on to penalties, and Victor Ikpeba's penalty was incorrectly ruled as no goal. It struck the bar and crossed the line, but the linesman who was standing there didn't see that the ball had crossed the line. Victor Ikpeba, who took the kick, did not know that the ball had crossed the line. He had his hand in his head, and if that goal had been allowed, then Nigeria would have had a chance of winning that penalty shootout. But it wasn't to be, and Cameroon went away winners of that Nations Cup. And so Cameroon has been, especially in the final match of tournaments, have been some kind of a bogey team for Nigeria. But Nigeria have had occasions where they have smiled against Cameroon. In the 2004 African Nations Cup, Nigeria beat Cameroon by 2-1, inspired by goals from John Utaka and a very beautiful free kick by Austin J.J. Okocha. And so the rivalry continues. Matches between Nigeria and Cameroon are usually matches of psychological attrition. Sometimes tactics goes out of the window, and it is very much a psychological battle. And so who will win the tactical game, but most importantly, who will win the psychological battle of the Nigeria-Cameroon match, which comes up on Saturday at the Houphouët-Boigny Stadium in Abidjan, Cote d'Ivoire. Nigeria will hope that Truce Ekong, who the solid defender who scored Nigeria's winner against host Cote d'Ivoire in the group stage, will be back from injury. Truce Ekong has reportedly said that he will be back to training later this week, and so Nigerians will hope that he will be fit enough to face Cameroon. One big worry still remains the fitness of youngster Alassane Youssouf, who had a very good first game for Nigeria against Equatorial Guinea in that 1-1 draw. But he has been down with injury, and even though scans have shown that the injury is not so serious, he still continues to be out of training, the team's training, and it is unclear whether he will have he would have recovered enough to face Cameroon on Saturday. But Nigerians, of course, are going to hope that the Super Eagles will be able to get past Cameroon. The Super Eagles have adopted mostly a conservative approach in the Nations Cup, playing with three-man center back defense in their last two games against Cote d'Ivoire and Guinea-Bissau, and that has seen the Super Eagles being compact, being defensively solid, conceding no goal. But the Super Eagles haven't scored much in the Nations Cup. Against Cote d'Ivoire, it was a penalty, through a penalty with which the Super Eagles won, and against against Guinea-Bissau conceded an own goal to see the Super Eagles win. And so, can the conservative approach of Jose Peseiro, the Super Eagles technical advisor, see Nigeria get past Cameroon? It could just be enough for the Eagles to get past Cameroon. But if Cameroon are to score, then the Eagles have to come out smoking. They have to come out firing to get goals themselves. We shall see how it pans out on Saturday when Nigeria takes on Cameroon in the second round of the African Nations Cup 2024 taking place in Cote d'Ivoire. I'm Nelson Dafe for News Express Nigeria Television Sports.